the government's screwed. We're screwed. Our whole economy is screwed. We're so deeply in debt, we can't even, it's sinking into like quicksand right now. And you're arguing about which one should I have, gold or silver or Bitcoin. Just buy something. Just like, like JP Morgan, I think they paid $95 billion fine for manipulating the gold market when those criminals get into the blockchain. And, hopefully, all I understand about blockchain, it's more secure and more transparent and less manipulable than what JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are doing. The question is, where do you put your money? I started off years ago saying cash is trash, and it's becoming trash. The more that artificial intelligence and technology makes things more efficient, prices should keep coming down, but the Fed keeps pumping it up. The guys in the middle, the people that, lesson number one in Rich Dad Poor Dad is rich don't work for money. Because the moment you do that, you're screwed. So it's coming true right now. It really deeply concerns me, especially now that I'm going, oh my God. What I was saying 25 years ago is coming true today, because that's the future now. The future of money lies in my opinion, crypto or Bitcoin and blockchain. Now, when people say, what are you doing? I say, well, just buy it all. I have gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like I said, I'm just betting against my government. That's all I'm doing, the stupidity of them.
Yeah.
I'm not judging Bitcoin. I'm judging the stupidity of our government. And when I'm being a real estate guy, when I look at how much debt is going to default, and the question is, when all those office buildings around San Francisco can't pay the rent, who's going to bail them out? That's why I put my 50,000 bet. It was a bet against the economy. It wasn't a bet on Bitcoin. And I'm betting they're going to print. If they don't print, we're screwed anyway. So that's kind of my philosophy. It's not a very sophisticated philosophy, but I'd rather have Bitcoin than dollars right now. That's all I'm saying. But this is a very big difference between the stock market, real estate market, and Bitcoin. Because when I was a kid, nobody was in the stock market. So between like 61 to 81, the old guys like me, the baby boomers, they wouldn't go in the stock market because they're in the bond market. The bonds were safer. So what they do, they create this thing called a 401k and the IRA to kind of force the baby boomers into the stock market. And who controls the stock market? Well, the central banks, the Treasury, and Wall Street. And so all these baby boomers have been set up. I know that because that's what I study. So as you know, and I know, they're going to pull the rug out from under them. And there's going to be the biggest, baby boomers have been the luckiest generation in history. They didn't do jack and they got rich. They put money in the stock market, they got rich. Then what happened is 87, the stock market crashes. And what Anthony's talking about here, because Greenspan came in and says, we can't let the baby boomers get out because then we all get poor. So the idiot baby boomers stayed in. It was called the Greenspan put, or the PPP, the plunge protection team. What Anthony is saying there, they prop the stock market up to keep the baby boomers in. And that's the difference between Bitcoin. There's nobody holding it up. Now that's good or bad, but to me it's good because you've got to be smarter. And all you losers out there who just want to get rich quick, you're going to get pounded. Stay in the stock market. Stay with that 401k. And then you get pounded when it all comes down. You can't stop it. And I looked at this whole thing, and I just didn't trust my government. That was it. I didn't trust Wall Street. I took 3 companies public, and every time I did that, I got nauseous. Do you know what I mean? I just got sick at how they manipulated, lied, cheat, steal. So that's why I stayed out of the stock market. It cost me a lot because I refused to jump into the den of thieves or where I didn't know who was screwing who out there. And I stayed in real estate, and I stayed as an entrepreneur, things that I could control, I had management over. And when I look at what's coming up from the real estate side, how many of these projects are going to collapse? And then we have our pensions are going to collapse. I don't see, that's why I'm into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm into gold and silver. I just don't trust the dollar. It comes down to that. With my age, it was way over my head, but it's not an excuse not to do my best to understand it. I'm very, very bullish on Bitcoin, the whole crypto world.